God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved Son, receive these words with a serene heart, for I pour them over you like balm for your tired soul." You said, "I trust in the love of God, He is my refuge." And I tell you, this trust rising within you is not fragile, not temporary. It is my own hand strengthening your faith even when you believed you had no strength left. Every time your spirit whispered that truth, even in the midst of suffering, I wrapped you in my invisible care, sustaining you in the places where your feet trembled. Do you feel that you are ready for a deep shift in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and the blessings I have already reserved for you. A simple 1-minute prayer can become the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms your inner world and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link in the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that will help you connect more deeply with my presence in your life. For it is written, "The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knows those who trust in Him." Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. And I know you deeply, my son. I know every part of your story, every night you laid down with a tightened heart, every tear you wiped quickly so no one would notice. In every one of those moments, I was your refuge, not only watching, but acting, protecting, preventing what sought to destroy you from succeeding. And today I reaffirm, your refuge is not a distant idea. It is me, the one who guards you, lifts you, and prepares you. Remain in this love that surrounds you, for in it is your safety, your healing, and your dawn. There is a movement inside you that you have not fully understood yet. In the days when silence felt like punishment, I was positioning you, adjusting your inner vision, cleansing your spirit from everything that once weighed you down. Some processes feel too long because you try to measure them with human time, but I do not work with clocks, I work with eternal purpose. And I tell you, your waiting was never empty. It shaped your character, expanded your discernment, and opened space within you to receive what once could not fit. Your tears purified your vision. Your solitude deepened your roots. Your pain opened passages that your strength alone never could. Now I lead you to a place where spiritual sensitivity will be your greatest treasure, where you will perceive nuances, movements, directions that once escaped you. None of your pain was in vain, my son. Every difficult night served to bring you closer to the identity I gave you before the world tried to define you. Comment, my process has purpose, God is aligning me. My son, you need to understand deeply what for so long tried to wound you. Nothing that hurt you passed unnoticed by me, and nothing happened without me transforming every impact into growth and liberation. Many times, the moments that tore your soul open were the very ones that created space for true reconstruction. It is written, "All things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose." Romans chapter 8 verse 28, and that includes the situations you hated facing, the losses you believed were irreparable, the misalignments that felt like cruel injustices of fate. I am the God who gathers scattered pieces and creates new paths out of what looked like ruin. I am the one who kept certain doors from opening because what was behind them would have extinguished your essence. I am the one who removed people whose presence would have stopped your emotional, spiritual, and even physical growth. I am the one who cut ties that kept you connected to identities that were never yours. I hid you when others wanted to expose you. I protected you when they desired your fall, and I restored you when you believed you were too broken to be rebuilt. My son, nothing was loss, every detail was liberation, direction, and preservation of what I am shaping within you. Comment: God turns everything in my favor. You have been feeling an internal pressure, as if something inside you is being stretched beyond what seems bearable. And that, my son, is exactly what true spiritual growth feels like. It is not gentle at the beginning, but it is glorious in the end. That sensation, that something is changing without you fully seeing it yet, is part of the transition between seasons. And I tell you, you are being moved from old ground into purer soil. You are leaving behind old habits, old pains, old narratives, old expectations. There are places where your soul can no longer remain. There are connections that cannot survive the light of your next level. There are emotional patterns that no longer align with your new identity. This friction you feel is not punishment, it is the removal of everything that cannot walk with you into your next season. And when the new arrives, you will understand why I needed to empty you of so many things you once believed were essential. Comment: God is preparing me for something greater. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. My beloved child, listen closely, for in this moment I am touching the deepest chambers of your spirit with a gentleness the world has never offered you. I have watched you walk through storms with brave silence, carrying questions you were too tired to voice even in prayer. Yet I tell you this, nothing you have lived has escaped my eyes, and nothing has been wasted. The nights that seemed empty were filled with my presence, hovering near you with a patience older than time. You thought you were abandoned, but I was shaping resilience within you, crafting strength that could only be born in the shadows. I saw every tear, every hesitation, every longing you buried so no one would misinterpret your fragility. My child, I have never loved you halfway, and I have never stepped back from you, not even when you stepped back from yourself. What is ahead of you will not resemble the pain behind you, because I am rewriting your steps with purpose and mercy. Trust this, your story is about to shift in ways your heart is finally prepared to receive. Stay close to me, for I am leading you toward the peace your soul has always longed for. My child, there is a stirring happening within you that you cannot yet define, but it is the sound of transformation rising from the ashes of seasons you thought had defeated you. You have carried wounds that were not your fault and burdens that were never meant to break you, and I honor the courage with which you survived what should have silenced your hope. I am healing places inside you that you believed were permanently fractured, restoring parts of your identity that fear tried to erase. Do not measure your progress by your feelings, for sometimes restoration begins invisibly, unfolding in the quietness of the spirit long before it is visible in your circumstances. You have asked me for clarity, and I am responding not with sudden answers, but with divine alignment. Trust the doors I am closing, for they were never your destiny. Trust the paths I am opening, for they lead to a life not built on survival, but on fulfillment. Let your heart rest in the assurance that I am not finished with you. What is returning to your life is not what was lost, but what is redeemed, stronger, purer, and divinely timed. Walk forward with confidence, for you are entering a season shaped by my own hands. My beloved, you must understand the depth of the transformation I am bringing upon you, for it is not merely a shift of circumstances but a rebirth of purpose. I have heard every prayer uttered in exhaustion, every whisper of, "I can't continue," and even those unspoken cries that remained lodged in your chest. I did not turn away. You are stepping into a time where what once overwhelmed you will no longer hold authority over your mind or your future. I am lifting the heaviness from your shoulders and replacing it with clarity, direction, and a renewed sense of identity rooted not in your past, but in my promise. You will begin to feel a peace that does not match your surroundings, a peace that comes from my presence enveloping your steps with intention and safety. Do not fear the unfamiliar path ahead. I am already in your tomorrow, preparing favor, aligning opportunities, and positioning people who will hold your spirit instead of draining it. You are not who you were in the moments of your deepest pain. You are becoming who I always intended you to be, graceful, resilient, spiritually awakened, and profoundly guided. Stay close to my voice, for I am leading you into the fullness of the life you were created to live. My beloved child, as you settle into a moment of stillness, feel the weight leaving your shoulders the way dawn lifts the night. Rest is not a withdrawal from strength but a return to it. It is the sacred breathing space where everything within you aligns with what I am shaping around you. You are not diminishing, nor slipping behind the life intended for you. You are stepping into a deeper understanding of who you are becoming. The quiet you feel is not absence but preparation, the kind that strengthens the roots before the season of blooming. Every breath you take in trust becomes the foundation for what I am doing without your eyes having to see. You may think you are pausing, yet heaven is arranging more than you imagined. Rest is not an interruption of growth, it is the completion of it. And in this softness, you are held. In this pause, you are seen. In this moment, you are being restored in ways you will one day recognize as essential to your becoming. While you remain still, understand this deeply: you have not been confined nor forgotten. You have been placed intentionally, with care more exact than you realize. Each tear that slipped from your eyes, whether in silence or exhaustion, has been accounted for and honored in the unfolding goodness that waits near you. The discomfort you felt was never purposeless. It was aligning you with people, opportunities, and moments shaped for who you are evolving into. You are not who you once were, and because of that, the life ahead of you cannot resemble the life behind you. What you whispered in secret, thinking it was too small, too quiet, or too late, has risen before me with clarity. Even the strength you kept hidden, the faith you preserved when no one else understood your battles, has shifted barriers you didn't know existed. You are not only moving through this season, you are being transformed by it. Everything that forms your future is being woven with extraordinary precision. I have taken into account your fears, your hopes, your questions, your silent endurance. Nothing has been overlooked. The tears that escaped when you felt unseen have become seeds in the soil of a future that will astonish you. The quiet determination you carried, the patience you held even when answers delayed, has already reshaped paths ahead of you. What you thought was unnoticed devotion has moved mountains in realms you do not yet perceive. You have believed through exhaustion, hoped through uncertainty, and endured through shadows, and every one of these moments has contributed to the miracle that draws near. I am crafting what comes next with the same care that shaped your heart, and soon you will see the reflection of all you endured turned into blessing. So remain steady, my beloved. Do not allow the stillness to dull your expectation or silence your wonder. The quiet you feel is not emptiness, it is motion you cannot yet hear. Something profound is stirring just beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. Continue acting with trust even when nothing appears to shift, for the truth is that everything is shifting, just beyond the threshold of your sight. There is a reality at work for you that is unseen but fully alive, carrying knowledge and clarity about the life you are stepping into. Do not assume that silence means stagnation. The stillest waters often reveal the deepest transformations. And in this sacred quiet, you are growing into someone capable of holding what is approaching. You stand at the very heart of the greatest transformation of your life. Nothing about what is being constructed for you is subtle. When it appears, it will not whisper, it will declare itself. As your inner world becomes steadier, as the heaviness of waiting dissolves, as the fog that lingered around your spirit lifts, know with certainty, I have not only seen you through every moment, I have carried you. The silence that once confused you was not absence, it was intention. What felt like a delay was actually the strengthening of your foundation. You were never left to navigate in the dark alone. I was forming resilience, clarity, and patience inside you, so you would not only reach the blessing but sustain it. The obstacles you faced, the moments of dismantling, the seasons where you lost what once felt secure, none of these experiences were meant to break you. Each was a shaping, a refining, a strengthening. They carved depth in you, depth required to hold the magnitude of what is coming. You are not among ruins. You stand at the threshold of a beginning so meaningful that one day you will thank yourself for not giving up when everything felt uncertain. What felt like loss was the clearing of space for what would have been too great to fit in your past. I have been moving in the unseen realms, arranging people, aligning events, guiding the flow of time itself toward your favor. The change you have waited for is not distant. It is rising. Do not turn aside now. Do not let fear make you retreat from what you were always meant to step into. Let your heart understand this. The difficulty itself was confirmation. The quiet times were evidence of my work shaping what your eyes could not perceive. And the moment clarity arrives, and it will arrive, it will change everything. It will restore what was taken, but even more, it will reveal the version of yourself that only adversity could have awakened. You have stretched. You have endured. You have grown in ways even you did not fully grasp. The strength you carry now is not borrowed, it is earned through faith and fire. When I open the way before you, move forward with the confidence of someone who has survived storms meant to bury them. Step with assurance, because you are not entering merely a new chapter, you are stepping into the identity your journey has been preparing you to embrace. Pay careful attention, my child, for my voice reaches you in a moment designed with purpose. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. I am speaking into the deepest parts of you because I want you to recognize truth as it rises within your spirit. Not for my sake, but for yours. When you acknowledge what you hear, you strengthen our connection. You declare that you trust me even when clarity has not yet appeared. Your acceptance becomes the space where breakthrough takes root. When you say yes to what I speak, you open the way for transformation to move freely in your life. I receive this yes with joy, for it reveals your desire to walk in unity with what I am preparing. I need you to understand something profoundly. You did not come into existence by chance, nor were you intended to wander through life believing struggle was your identity. I did not shape you for lack, for emotional isolation, or for ongoing pain. I created you to know abundance, not simply material abundance, but the fullness of being that only love can give. I formed you to experience peace flowing from the inside out, and to feel the warmth of my presence woven into every part of your journey. The world, its confusion, its voices, and its wounds made you question your worth, convincing you that what you desired was too big, too distant, or too impossible. But none of these things spoke truth. They spoke fear. They spoke distortion. They spoke from brokenness. And today, I erase every one of those false ideas so you may see yourself the way I have always seen you. Let this sink deeply into your being. You are my beloved. Not occasionally, not conditionally, not temporarily. You are my beloved in a way that cannot be undone or diminished. My joy in you does not depend on what you accomplish, what you own, how many years you have lived, or what others believe about you. Your value is anchored in something eternal, my nature living within you. Nothing you face, lose, or doubt can alter what I placed in your spirit from the beginning. Your worth is carved into the essence of your existence. What I have deposited in you is permanent, unshakable, and immune to the shifting opinions of the world. And now, my child, as you rise from this moment of revelation, prepare your heart for the unfolding of a future where everything I have spoken will take form, gently at first, then undeniably, until you stand inside the fullness of what was always meant for you. Listen closely, beloved one, for I am reaching into the very center of your being to speak what has long been waiting to be awakened within you. There have been seasons when you wandered through your days unaware of how much was quietly slipping from your grasp, not material things, not opportunities alone, but treasures of the soul that once made you steady, luminous, and grounded. You lost the peaceful stillness that once rested effortlessly inside you, the kind of inner calm that allowed you to rise each morning with quiet anticipation instead of fear. You lost that sense of gentle wonder that made the world feel bright, simple, and full of small joys worth noticing. And as life pressed against you, as challenges grew heavier and emotions more complex, your ability to truly smile, not out of politeness but out of genuine delight, began to fade. Somewhere along the way, the softness of your heart was burdened by disappointments that made you feel older than your years. Yet understand this, nothing you lost vanished beyond reach. Nothing that slipped away was discarded. I saw each piece fall, and I kept all of it safe, waiting for the exact moment to return it to you renewed, refined, and overflowing with life far richer than before. That moment is now. I am restoring what was taken, but not in the condition it once was. I never return anything to a person in its previous state. I reshape it. I expand it. I breathe into it the essence of what you have become through every hardship you endured. When I restore your inner peace, it will not be the fragile calm you once knew, easily shaken by changes in circumstances. It will be a deep-rooted stillness that no wind can disturb, a peace that anchors you securely even when storms rise without warning. And when I reignite your joy, it will not be the surface-level happiness that comes and goes with pleasing moments. It will be a joy with depth, a joy forged through understanding, sharpened through trial, strengthened through survival. This joy will become an unshakable foundation within you, an inner fire that cannot be extinguished by difficulties, uncertainties, or the echo of past wounds. You will carry it as a quiet radiance that others will feel even before they understand what transformed you. Beloved, I am returning to you your longings, those sincere dreams you placed aside because you convinced yourself they were unrealistic or too beautiful to ever be yours. There were desires you buried not because they lacked value, but because your heart was tired of disappointment. You whispered to yourself that their time had passed. Yet desires that are planted by me do not expire, they only rest until the right moment arrives. And that moment has unfolded. I am calling your forgotten hopes back to life. I am blowing upon embers you thought had turned to ash. Your dreams are not memories, they are seeds with dormancy, waiting for a season prepared for their awakening. Now they will grow with a strength they did not have before, because your heart is wiser, more resilient, more capable of carrying them into completion. Do not underestimate what I am reviving within you. These desires are rising not to taunt you but to accompany the unfolding of your destiny. You may fear hoping again, but trust me, I never awaken what I do not intend to fulfill. My beloved one, what I am doing for you is not limited to the internal realm. This restoration radiates outward. The blessings I release into your life are never meant for you alone, they flow through you into the spaces and lives connected to your path. Your household, your relationships, your future generations, all of them are touched when I set something right in you. When I open a door for you, I open a passage for those who walk after you. When I lift you up, I raise the standard for those around you. When I deliver you from burdens that weighed down your heart, I break patterns that could have taken root in your lineage. The goodness I bring cannot be contained, it expands, multiplies, and shapes the environment around you. Do not think for a moment that this transformation is a private miracle. It is a movement that will leave visible traces in your surroundings. What shifts within you will shift what surrounds you. You may wonder how such profound change will be seen by others, but trust me, those who have known you will unmistakably perceive the difference. There will be a clear dividing line between the person you were before this moment and the person you will become after it. What I am unfolding in you will be too distinct to explain with simple logic. Those around you will ask what happened, what opened your path, what gave you this new clarity, strength, and freedom. And you will speak the truth plainly, not with arrogance but with humility. The one who created all things visited my life. These words will not be exaggerated, they will be the exact reflection of what has occurred. You will testify not from theory, but from experience. The assurances I placed in your spirit will come to life before your eyes. And your story will become a compass for others wandering through seasons of confusion, loss, or exhaustion. You will be a living example of how my presence reshapes everything it touches. Do not let the noise of the external world distract you from the depth of what I am declaring inside you. These are not poetic expressions or distant metaphors. They are the beginning of a new construction within you, declarations that carry intention, authority, and reality. If you hold them close, if you reflect upon them with an open and expectant heart, you will witness them taking form in your days like dawn gradually overtaking the night. Every word I speak has purpose. Nothing is said casually. Nothing is offered without direction. What you receive from me becomes the architecture of your future, the seedbed of profound transformations. And if you guard these truths, if you keep them near, they will reshape your inner world and, through that inner world, every external experience you encounter. I do not speak lightly, and I do not waste breath. Each declaration I make becomes an anchor and a promise unfolding simultaneously. There is still more for you to understand, and I will not withhold it. You stand at the threshold of insights that will shift the entire way you see your path, your identity, your relationships, and even your struggles. You will come to recognize that nothing you endured was meaningless. Nothing you survived was accidental. Every season prepared you for a depth of purpose you could not have embraced before. The gravity of what I am revealing to you cannot be measured with human reasoning alone, for it reaches into realms beyond your current understanding. Yet the more you lean into my voice, the more clearly you will grasp the shape of what lies ahead. You will not walk blindly into this new season. I am illuminating your steps with precision, and even when the details remain hidden, your spirit will sense the certainty of my guidance. Now listen carefully, beloved, I am declaring an end. The burdens you have carried for far too long are losing their grip. The heaviness that lingered in your mind, the exhaustion that took residence in your spirit, the grief that felt like a shadow trailing your every step, I am bringing all of it to a close. Your patience has been stretched to its furthest point, and I have seen every moment of it. I do not overlook a single tear, a single breath uttered in frustration, a single moment of silent endurance. With complete justice and boundless compassion, I am removing the forces that have drained you, the patterns that frustrated you, the setbacks that kept repeating themselves. Do not ask why this moment, why now, why not earlier? There are appointed times woven into my design, moments when mercy outweighs every obstacle, when divine compassion reaches its fullest expression, when the time of suffering meets the decree of completion. You have reached one of those appointed intersections. What resisted you until now will resist you no longer. This is your moment, your precise, divinely crafted moment, to step into the fullness of what has been prepared for you long before you ever recognized the need for it. You may not yet see the entire picture. You may not fully grasp the magnitude of the transformation unfolding around you. But lack of understanding does not diminish the reality of what is coming to life. I see the whole design. I know the destination your spirit has been longing for, even when your mind could not articulate it. And I assure you this, you are not late, you are not behind, and you have not missed anything intended for you. Everything you lost is being restored. Everything that dimmed is being reignited. Everything that seemed dormant is awakening with renewed strength. Step into this moment with openness, for the story that begins here will be unlike any chapter you have lived before. Journey thus far, but I comprehend every step. My purpose for you includes no more pain without reason, no more unmet needs, no more loneliness that diminishes you. Listen carefully to what I now reveal. 1904, what you lost wasn't only physical things. It wasn't merely external circumstances. They removed something much deeper, leaving an emptiness at your center. They took your authentic being. They clouded your understanding of your real nature and your link to me. They stole your certainty of your immense value, your importance, and the purpose and direction of your life. 1932, the power against you is cunning. It knows that if you forget who you truly are, everything else can unravel. When a soul forgets its true nature, my beloved, it often searches for approval, feels lesser, and doubts its right to plenty. A misleading whisper has tried to confuse you, hinting your past mistakes make you unsuitable, stating your age restricts you, or suggesting you wasted chances and that your moment has passed. 2004, that voice asserted, "You don't possess the inherent goodness or clear nature needed to receive what I offer." My child, understand this. Today, I break apart every one of those lies by revealing who I truly see you as. You are my precise intention, shaped with great care. Yes, you have tripped. Yes, you have missed the mark. 2032, this is the common experience of all humanity. Still, your mistakes do not define your core value. Your past does not determine your future path. What truly matters is your presence right now, listening to my words. This shows me your innermost self still seeks me. Your spirit still desires my nearness. And where that yearning for me resides within you, there is possibility. 2100 hours, there is a path ahead. There are marvels waiting to appear. Now, my beloved, I will bring back your authentic sense of self. I will reawaken within you the knowing of your genuine identity. You extend from my very being, a direct mirror of who I am. This means a deep bond with all that is pure and plentiful. Everything that is mine is yours to receive. 2128, nourishment from my endless wellspring is yours. My natural power is available to you. The sharp understanding I possess, you can ask for and receive. You don't need to beg. You are not solitary. You are a valued piece of me joined to the fundamental origin of all things. 2154, and because you are connected so profoundly, you hold inherent rights. You are meant to experience profound peace even when chaos surrounds you. You are meant to know true joy even when circumstances hint at sadness. You are meant to have all your needs fulfilled, for I govern all supply. You are meant for completeness and renewal. You are meant to see your deepest hopes become real because I am the origin that brings forth what appears impossible. 2230, and now, my precious one, as your true identity is recognized, a flow of plenty arrives. You will not just recover what was lost. You will discover it multiplied far beyond expectation. Did time seem to pass by without purpose? I give that time back to you, enriched with greater comfort, clearer knowledge, and wider perspectives on living. 2257, did opportunities seem gone? I create new, wider openings for you, far greater than any that shut. Did relationships falter? I draw to you significant bonds, people who will encourage you, who will value you as you deserve to be valued. This increase has already started the instant you began to listen to these words. The moment your inner self became ready to accept. 2326, forces began to move in the invisible spaces. Fresh roots started to open. Barriers began to fade. What was stuck found freedom. What felt stiff grew supple. What appeared inert began to quicken. My child, there is a core truth you must embrace for this fullness to reveal itself completely in your everyday existence. This truth is reliance. 2352, not a vague idea, nor merely thinking I exist, but a living, active reliance that declares my truth openly, even when results aren't yet apparent. A reliance that welcomes each day with thankfulness for what I have already set in place, even if it hasn't visibly materialized. A reliance that openly declares these certainties, speaking them over your home, over those you care for, over your future journey. 2400 hours 29, for reliance bridges the gap between the invisible space where your true well-being already rests and the physical world you live in. When you activate your reliance, you allow what is beyond to become real in your life. When you speak my truth, you permit the greater influences to shape your life on earth. 2400 hours 52. When you stand firm in your certainty, even when everything seems against you, you create an opening for my marvels to enter your individual world. So, my beloved, I encourage you to be active in this unfolding. My child, do not simply wait to see what happens. Take action. State your belief. Hold firm in your knowing. Declare. Reliance means you stand firm even when what you desire seems distant. It means you affirm my promises not because you see evidence, but because your spirit recognizes the reality behind the veil. When you hold your ground in trust, you create the opening through which my wonders enter the material world. You forge pathways where there were none. You shift atmospheres simply by believing what I have already declared. That is why I call you to be active participants in your unfolding transformation. Do not wait passively for life to prove something to you. Declare who you are. Proclaim what you expect. Speak your belonging to abundance, peace, and restoration. Your voice is not small, it is creative. When you speak truth, you align yourself with the higher forces that move mountains, open doors, and dissolve obstacles. Beloved, your reliance is not weakness, it is collaboration with divine intention. Speak boldly. Live consciously. Move with certainty. You are not hoping for miracles, you are partnering with them. So now, my precious one, take in everything I have spoken. Let it live inside you. Let it become the lens through which you see yourself and your future. You are not who pain tried to convince you to be. You are not defined by moments that wounded you or by voices that underestimated you. You are not too late, not too broken, not too limited. You are awakening. You are returning. You are expanding into the fullness that has always been yours. The journey ahead is not shaped by the fears of your past but by the truth of your identity. You are connected to me, and because of this, nothing can truly diminish you. What is yours will find you. What is meant to grow will flourish. What is being restored will return multiplied. Your role is simple and powerful: rely, speak, trust, and step forward. For everything you lost is being returned, and everything you dreamed is awakening. And this time, nothing will steal it from you again. With love, God.